paano mag-register ng business. Hi guys, this is Jess Alcaraz. I teach people accounting, business, and financial literacy concepts. And for this video, we will be learning paano nga ba mag-register ng isang sole proprietorship business. By the way, Happy New Year sa lahat, and it's been really a while na, no? So I think about parang almost 1 month that we don't have a new content because I was trying to enjoy my vacation and holidays for the Christmas and then the New Year. And now, January na, it's a new year. And of course, business renewal na naman. That is why I have decided to make this content for those who are interested in registering their business. So without further ado, let us go into the discussion. So let us discuss permits and licenses. By the way, this is only for sole proprietorship. And itong slide na gagamitin natin is actually part of the online course na, ayun, hindi ko pa talaga siya mabigyan ng time to record. So, mahaba-habang online course ito, but this is a sneak peek of it. So, permits, licenses. So, merong 4 parts ng business registration. The first one would be the business name, the barangay clearance, the acquisition of the mayor's permit or the business permit, and the registration ng BIR. So let's start with the business registration. So business registration is under the Department of Trade and Industry. Again, this is only for sole proprietorship. Okay? Kasi kapag partnership and corporation, you go to SEC. And if you're a cooperative, you go to the Cooperative Development Authority. So, number 1 would be to prepare at least 3 variations of your business name. So, maghanda ka ng, ayun, 3 variation ng pangalan ng business mo. For example, yung business mo is Silog. Okay? So, Silog is definitely an X already because that is very common. So, let's say, Shy Silog. Okay. Shy Silog. Hanap ka ng iba. Talino Silog. Ano ba itong mga ano ba itong mga pinag-iisipan ko? And then, the third one would be, ano pa ba? Baker Silog. Okay. So, depende na yan, no? And then, meron yung apelyido. So, this is like the first name of it. And then, meron yung last name na parang eatery, something like that. So, again, prepare at least 3 variations of your business name. Then, visit ito. This is the site, no? So, bnrs.dti.gov.ph/registration. So, okay, let's try to click. So, it will take you to this site. So, ayan. So, just read all of it, blah, blah, blah. May mga instruction dyan, but we'll not cover that in this video. Then, confirm the availability of your business name. That is why you have to prepare 3. Baka kasi may naka-register na. So, at least, kung hindi ito pwede, you can use this one or this one. Then, fill up the registration form. Then, pay the registration fee. Magkano yung registration fee? Ito po. If it is barangay level, so kung gagamitin mo yung business name mo within the barangay, so that is 200 pesos. So, but if you will be using it in different barangays inside a municipality, then you have to pay for it for 500. If your operation is region-wide, then it's 1,000. And if it's national, it's 2,000 pesos. So, it depends on the territorial scope of your business. Then, after paying, you can actually pay via, I think I used Maya before, GCash, I think, pwede rin. And then, once okay na, then definitely you can download your business name certificate. Okay, so meron kang PDF file na mada-download for your business name certificate. So, it's very easy. You don't really have to pay someone else. Kasi I usually notice merong mga tao na nag-offer ng business name registration. I don't know magkano yung china-charge nila, but again, it's so easy and you don't really have to pay those people to help you register for DTI. Okay, next. After securing your DTI, would be the barangay business clearance. So prepare the requirements. So what are the requirements? Valid ID, proof of address, contract of lease, certificate of land title if owned, then certificate of registration from the DTI. Okay, so you just go to the barangay where your business is located, fill up the application form, submit it together with the other requirements, and then claim your barangay business clearance. So note that there are areas that will require you to secure a PUROK clearance. In our case, Davao de Oro, we were asked to also get a PUROK clearance and to pay a separate cedula for the business. So ako personally, si Jesse, meron na akong cedula as a person, and then nung kumuha ako ng barangay permit, I was also asked to pay for another cedula for the business. Okay, so cedula for the business, the PUROK clearance, okay, mura lang naman, I think it was 20 pesos ata. Then after having that one, together with my DTI business registration, they gave me the barangay permit. So after the barangay permit, proceed na tayo sa business or the mayor's permit. So this is normally done on the munisipyo. Okay, munisipyo. So prepare the requirements, the same requirements with the barangay clearance, ID, proof of address. Yung proof of address, ito na yung pwede na yung cedula dito. Then the contract of lease if it is rented, the certificate of land if it is owned, the business registration from DTI, and then the barangay business clearance or business permit. So go to the municipal office, the munisipyo, where your business is located. Meron yung application form, and then submit together with the other requirements. Ito mga requirements na to. Okay? So, upon filling up the application, meron niyang binibigay na clearance. Okay? So, para siyang clearance ng school wherein maraming signatory, like signatories for the engineering, the rural health unit, especially kung food. By the way, for food businesses, your staffs, your personnel, especially the food handlers, will be required to get the health card. Sila lahat health card. Before ka mabibigyan ng clearance for the rural health unit. The Bureau of Fire, excuse me, they will be requiring you to have a fire extinguisher. MDRRMO, they will be requiring seminar, and then written exam. So nagpapa-seminar yan sila together with the written exam, I think December. Okay, so if wala, then you can just take the written exam. But of course, if you will fail, then you have to attend another seminar na naman. So depende siya kung paano yung implementation ng LGU. Then, etc. Ano pa ba yung mga nalimutan ko? Basta, depending on the LGU, may clearance yan that you have to get signatures. And of course, iba-iba yung bayad per agency. Iba yung bayad for the health, for the fire extinguisher ng BFP, for the MDRRMO, depende yan. So, after all of those clearances have been cleared, okay? If signed na siya, babalik ka na naman sa munisipyo, and then you will be paying your mayor's permit. So ito, this is very important. The fee for the business or the mayor's permit varies per LGU. So initial registration is based on initial capital. So if bago ka pa lang magre-register, ang itatanong sa'yo is magkano yung magiging capital mo. So, let's say, sasabihin mo na, okay, ma'am, sir, 100,000 po yung initial capital ko. So, assuming that 2% yung magiging rate natin, so the computation for the business permit, the initial business permit would be the capital times 2%, so 2,000 pesos. By the way, the 2,000 pesos is on top of the payment na ibabayad mo for the different agencies. And of course, yung sa sedula din, sa puro clearance, so wala pa yun. So this is just for the permit. And then, kung renewal naman yung concern mo, if it is a renewal already, then, tatanungin ka na kung magkano yung magiging daily sales mo. Kanina, it's capital, initial capital, and then sa renewal, it would be the daily sales. So, kunwari, if the daily sales is 500 pesos, it will be multiplied by 365 days. So, total would be 182,500. Then the renewal fee for the business permit will be 3,650. Okay? So, from 2,000, naging 3,650. So, if mas malaki, then, let's say, if 1,000 yung per day mo, that would be 365. So, that would be 7,300. If my math is correct. Something like that. Okay? And there are also, may mga LGUs din that, kunwari, year 1, ang nabayad mo is 2,000. Then, year 2, ang nabayad mo is 3,650. Sa year 3, may mga munisipyo that they will not allow you to declare below the sales that you have declared in the previous year. So, kung ang dineclare mo sa year 2 is 182,500 at 500 pesos per day na sales, they will be requiring you to at least increase it by 10%. So, 10% would be, dito na lang tayo, okay, 550 per day. Okay, so multiply nyo yan, then it will now increase. So, ayan. So, this will increase. Hindi ko na yan ko-computed. But of course, if there are, for example, mabahaan, masunugan, or may mga calamities in your locality, then this 10% can be negotiated. But yung nakikita kong practice talaga ng maraming LGU is that it tends to get higher and higher as years passes by. Then after that, then makukuha mo na yung business permit mo or your mayor's permit. Then afterwards, you will have to register the BIR. So as per observation, maraming businesses that stops here. Okay? After getting the business permit or the mayor's permit, they no longer proceed to the BIR. Okay? So maraming business yung ginagawa nito. That is why if there are BIR tax mapping, sirado yung mga business na to because they don't have the BIR registration. So, permits and licenses, certificate of registration, ito po yung kukunin natin sa BIR. And then, I will not go into details masyado because BIR already have it in their site, yung step-by-step. So, the link is here, web-services.bai.gov.ph/newbizregistration. So, if you try to open the link, so it will take you to the BIR website, and then nandito na, it is outlined already here. So click the following link for the complete documentary requirements. So yun, for sole pro professionals, corporation, then term and filing, payment, pay the 30 pesos DST, and then ayun na. So check nyo na lang dito, no. We won't go into it. So there you have it. I hope I was able to add value sa inyo, and kahit papano you were able to learn the basics of business registration. By the way, if you want to learn more or meron kayong specific na concern with regards to your business and even finances, then feel free to book an online discussion with me. And if you're interested in getting yourselves and your family protection, I can also assist through some insurance products. Kato lang, and may gabi sa tanan.